Hey there guys, and welcome to another video. In today's lesson we're going to be learning the difference between two different phrases so that you can understand how to use them correctly and perfectly when you are speaking. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these video updates, and without any further ado, let's get straight into it. The phrases that we're going to be looking at today are in the news and on the news. Prepositions, as you know, are always very difficult, and sometimes the difference can be very small and very subtle. So I want to look at some of these examples together to show you how we use it naturally so that you can put it in the perfect place to say exactly what you mean. The first one we're going to take a look at is in the news.
We've been seeing you in the news. We believe your case has been mishandled.
Here, because we say in, it's normally something that is reported in a written format, usually. So it's a newspaper or an article online, but we're thinking about traditional media where the news is presented, usually newspapers. When we talk about this, we often use verbs related to newspapers and articles. So we say read in the news or see in the news, meaning you looked on a news website or you looked at a newspaper and you saw that particular article or story or topic. Here are some examples. They've been in the news a lot recently because of their financial problems. In this case, you're talking about imagining the homepage of the website where there are lots of news stories and you keep seeing these topics repeated. Alternatively, we can use the phrase on the news, and here the preposition on is used in a very common way that we often use related to technology, and here we are talking about broadcasted news, so traditionally television and radio. You can also talk about it if there is a video on YouTube, some sort of video or audio content which contains news. The idea here is the difference is if I see it written, I would say in the news. If I listen to it or I watch it, I would say on the news. And again, we often use verbs related to watching, seeing, or listening, or hearing related to on the news, and that would let you know the type of place or the format in which I heard that particular story. Here are some examples. I heard about that story on the news last night. Imagining that I watch the 6 o'clock news, for example. Every time I turn on the news, it's all doom and gloom. Here, to turn on, where you turn on your television. I heard the Prime Minister is going to be on the news tonight. We better tune in. Here again, tuning in, where you select the correct station or channel to watch or listen to the broadcast. Here you'll notice that the phrases are slightly different and we often give clues to which format we're using. So you can use this to be extra clear. Also, talking about prepositions, remembering on is normally used for most forms of technology, on TV, on my phone, on the computer, on Google, on Facebook. The idea is that normally there is a screen and we say that something is on a screen, and so most technological stuff we use on, and it follows that same pattern. And that's the end of the comparison. So a quick look at the differences between in the news and on the news. And with all these vocabulary lessons, I really implore you, I really want you to write some example sentences of how you can actually use this in your life to improve your English. So write a couple of sentences, put them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to help you with any corrections and any questions that you have. In the meantime, remember the mantra, I can reach fluency, I will reach fluency, and I must reach fluency. Here's all the information about where you can follow me to see all of the updates and these video lessons, and make sure that you don't miss any of them to continue improving your English. If you're watching on YouTube, have a fantastic day, have a great day learning English, and if you're on Twitch, let's keep going.